everybody, and welcome to my 5 festive feel-good tips to ensure that you have a healthier Christmas. Now, I know for lots of people that Christmas can be this kind of big block in their healthy living calendar, and they feel like they have to get through Christmas, and then the other side of Christmas they can be healthy again. And it shouldn't be like that, and it doesn't have to be like that. Christmas, it is a challenge, and that's fair to say, completely a challenge to our healthy regimes and our healthy eating sometimes. But with a few tips, you can minimize damage, and you can make sure that you don't start the new year thinking, oh, I've got to get healthy again. Okay, so hello to everyone who's watching at the moment. Good to see you on tonight. So I want to talk about 5 things that are really simple and easy to do to help you to have a healthier Christmas. Now, the easiest thing we can possibly do without worrying too much is monitor and reduce our portion sizes. So this means you don't have to say no to any kinds of food, you don't have to be really concentrated in your efforts and in your planning, and you can just enjoy everything of what everyone else is eating, but be mindful of your portion sizes. Eat moderately and enjoy all things in moderation, and that will go a long way to making sure that your Christmas is healthier, and doesn't need much thinking about at all, and something really, really simple to do. So try and be mindful of your portion sizes and enjoy everything in moderation. Number 2, think forward to how you want to feel later, and that later could be after the meal, that evening as you're going to bed, or it could be at the start of the new year, or it could be on Boxing Day. It can be really, really helpful and valuable to visualize how you want to feel. So I find one of the most helpful things is visualize how you want to feel when you get into bed that evening. Like, do you want to feel kind of bloated and stuffed, and that you overate things you didn't want and you didn't need to? Or do you want to just feel like, yeah, had a really good day, the food wasn't the main factor of everything that went on, but I did enjoy it in moderation and I feel good. So think forward to after the meal, that evening, Boxing Day, New Year's Day, whatever works for you, but keep visualizing how you want to feel. Number 3, treat yourself to pre-prepared vegetables and other healthy foods. Now, this might sound like a bit of a funny one, but at Christmas, we feel like it's okay to treat ourselves and get a few indulgent snacks in, and perhaps spend a little bit more money than you would normally on food and drink. So why not treat yourself to some pre-prepared vegetables, some pre-prepared healthy snacks, things like olives, carrot battens that are already chopped up, steamable microwave bags of vegetables, some frozen veg that you haven't had before, some tins of fruit, some prepared fruits and berries, whatever it is that will make it easier for you to grab some healthy foods as you go along would be great. So for me, I often buy cherry tomatoes and salad tomatoes because they're cheaper, but actually around this time of year I spend a little bit more and get some nice little plum tomatoes, and I keep them in a bowl, really, really visible, and you know what? You eat more. And you eat them because they're there. So if it helps you to have some pre-prepared vegetables that you perhaps wouldn't spend the money on at other times of the year, then that could be a really good tip for you. Tip number 4, wrap your Christmas up in exercise. Now, this doesn't have to be all-out workouts. This can be the odd walk to the post box, a walk with your family, walk with your friends, squeezing in that gym session that you normally go to even if you don't perhaps feel like it, or just doing some new different activities. But if you can wrap exercise around your Christmas and not feel like this whole 3, 4, 5, 6 day period is kind of written off, but actually you're trying to insert it where you can, then that will be really, really helpful. And my last tip, number 5, is don't worry about offending people. Now, this can be one of the biggest ones at Christmas, where you feel like someone has gone to a lot of effort and prepared some lovely food for you, and you might feel obliged to eat it all or eat a lot of it. Now, sometimes we assume that we're going to offend people, but actually we won't at all. So if you feel like you're going to offend someone by not eating something, and that's in a way saying that you don't like their food, then have some of it and just be truthful and just say, do you know what, that is lovely, but I'm really full, or I just can't eat anything else. So practice some of the lines like, you're full, could you take some away with you? That was delicious, but you can't possibly fit any more in. Things like that can be really, really helpful. But the chances are that you're actually not going to offend anyone if you pass something by or say no. They'll quickly forget about it. And sometimes the reason people want you to eat something is so that they can have some too. But as long as they feel like they can have some, then they'll probably let that go pretty fast too. So don't feel like you're offending people. But if you really do, and you want people to feel that their food is appreciated and valued, then of course have some in moderation, but feel able to say, I'm fine, thank you, I've had enough, I'm full, or I'll have some later. And just think of some easy responses that could help you in those situations. So some reminders then. So the first one was portion sizes. The easiest thing to do over this whole festive period is to enjoy everything in moderation. And if you feel like that's a real challenge for you, then obviously that's something perhaps you'll want to look at a bit deeper in the new year. But if you can do that and enjoy everything in moderation, then you shouldn't have too much to sort out afterwards. Think forward to how you want to feel. How do you want to feel after that meal? How do you want to feel that evening? How do you want to feel on Boxing Day? How do you want to feel on New Year's Day? Treat yourself to pre-prepared vegetables and easy, healthy snacking food. Perhaps spend a little bit more money than you would normally, just to make sure that you keep eating those things during the festive period. Wrap your Christmas up with exercise. Don't think that 5, 10, 15 minutes don't count, because they do, and it can be really, really helpful and really valuable, and also help to prevent that kind of cabin fever that you can get sometimes over the festive period. And don't worry about offending people. The chances are you won't, but if you feel that you will, then have a few lines up your sleeves, such as that was lovely, but I'm really full, thank you, or can I take some away because that just looks delicious, or yeah, I'd love to try a little bit but not too much, thank you. And just lots of thank yous and appreciation for how it all looks and how it all smells can often be enough. So I hope that's helpful. Have an amazing Christmas period, and yeah, just enjoy yourself in moderation, and I hope and pray that you can feel healthier this year because of it. Okay, take care, put a like if you like, and type anything that you found that was helpful there, and I'm sure I will speak to you all soon. Take care, bye.